bit of Batgasm
Mm-hmm.
in preparation. Actually, it was pretty much once he called us leeches. Someone sent me the clip of the leech being called a leech,
Yeah.
and then I just went like, "Full fuck this dude."
Yeah.
So I was watching him, and apparently the trolls reached out to him and said, "Hey,
Oh yeah.
just let
Yeah.
you know, we're like 99% done with the trolling," and he got angry at that.
There's no
They're wrapping
way.
up,
There's
dude. He
no
did.
way.
He got angry at
He
them
got
because they were
angry.
taught. He got angry at them because they were. He said that they were talking to him like they're buddies. He's like, "This isn't a joke. You've ruined my business." Yeah, yeah. I'm being dead serious.
uh, well,
But the thing is, it's like what you
uh,
said, right? Like, I understand, like, initial, frustration
yeah.
and the lashing out. I totally get it. But he's past that by now. But he's still doing it. He's still lashing out at them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he maybe is that dumb that like he got into his raid tonight because I watched like I missed like the preamble 1 hour waffle, but I was there for the RP walking back and forth. So I saw the majority of the raid. You know, they killed the first boss or whatever. Or they like got
On
into
'em.
I don't know if they even actually killed the first boss. I don't even know
No, they did,
Scarlet
they did.
Enclave. Yeah. But he's like, oh, it feels so good getting to raid again. Like he's on the high, right? So as soon as the trolls ruin it, it's like that high goes from back up here to immediately crashing all the way back down. So then he's probably that dumb that then because he goes from the high to the crash, he starts lashing out again, starts going fucking nuts.
But he'll lash out, but then immediately follow up with, "But we're not
Yeah.
gonna talk about it." It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you've already done it.
Yeah. And then it turned into the raid ended, and then it was like 45 minutes about like how his internet's going to turn off tomorrow. So, you know, and farming some
Yeah, why
monies
why is he? Because I saw he had like a internet goal or something. Why is his internet going to turn off?
because he doesn't pay his bills, I guess. Like, that's why. Apparently, he's got really expensive internet, but he doesn't know why he's paying that much, but he has good internet. So it just
How
sounds like
much? How
it's.
much is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really care. I didn't look it
Is
up.
internet? I don't know. Is internet expensive in America?
Pretty sure
I would
a
think
lot of people said it was
I would think it
not
was
that much.
cheap. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would assume it's cheap. I feel like it's expensive in Australia.
Yeah.
It's $130 USD he wants for his internet to not be cut off. That's
160
crazy.
total? Wait, what? A 160 goal, 130. Yeah. But he also wants to be paid so he doesn't have to go to work or some shit and he can just stream on Friday.
Yeah. Do what? Yeah, I would love to fucking not work and play WoW every day,
Yeah.
but like, I live in reality as well.
Yeah.
Look, and
Well, if people
this
pay for it, I guess. I don't know. But, you know.
like I respect his grind because I've been there. There was a period of time where I really wanted to stream full time,
Yeah.
but like after a while, like
I feel like
I don't
that
know.
we feel like sorry. I feel like we talked about I just want to hone back in on the fucking gold, the sub goal shit.
Okay,
I
okay.
feel like if the fucking sub goal isn't real, like if he's actually not needing it for his bills, right? And he's just doing it to farm, then he's getting the most sympathetic people in his community to give him large amounts of money. I don't want to go full over it, but we had that guy that told us that he gave Bat like $650 for
We did
bills and shit.
too.
And then that guy then
He got
sees
banned,
Bat.
right?
That guy got banned, and then he fucking like sees Bat not spend it on the bills and shit, and he's
That's
continuously
right.
begging, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Didn't I give you $650?" And then when he like quietly suggests to Bat in DMs, like, "Hey, I gave you the money for the bills," Bat turns on him, right? And then the guy mentions it in stream or something, and now he's banned. So Bat got a $650 payday from that guy, and then fucking then that guy's out of there because now he's learnt that it's a scam or whatever, right? I'm not saying it is a scam, but if it is, he's
Crazy.
burning the like most generous and sympathetic people in his community. Do you know what I'm saying? He's like burning the people that fucking are like his most loyal viewers and
Tell you
chatters.
what, I got someone sent me a screenshot today, and he could have used that fucking sympathetic person to help him out.
What, the lunch one? Yeah.
Man, like, I
He was
yeah,
literally asking
I
in his Discord for someone to buy him lunch. Like, I don't know.
I said I
Ugh.
yeah, I said that. I mean, actually, no, I didn't say this. I didn't tell him, but my
Yeah.
idea was that I was going to
Ugh.
pay him if we did the interview.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe he would have done it if we told him that.
True. We were gonna offer him like $70 or whatever it was to pay his power bill or some shit, but because Batgasm like didn't want to cooperate,
Oh,
we didn't
that's
even tell
right.
him.
It was that. So
Yeah.
wait,
You almost got
this
suckered
guy.
in by the scam ente was.
I did. So that's the.
Yeah.
It's an interesting. I don't want to. Yeah, it's hard. But that's an
Yeah.
interesting choice of like life choices. People would probably say the same about me, but like, hey, you play a lot of WoW. Like, yeah, you're right. I probably play too much, but yeah, I don't know. It's a choice to look. I respect the grind of trying to go all in on streaming. It's a
Yeah.
tough gig, particularly in 2025 with how saturated it is, and on all things WoW
Mm.
makes it even harder.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know.
The-
Yeah, I don't
oh,
want to. I don't. I would never want to tell someone to quit their dreams or whatever.
yeah.
But from my personal perspective, when I was trying, it just got to a point where it was just like, okay, this isn't going to happen, and that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
just going to move on to something else,
Yeah.
or channel my fucking
Into your
passion to something
Twitter or
else or whatever.
whatever. Yeah. But
Well,
you
that's when I started doing the Twitter
yeah,
after that.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Um, but not saying it's the same, it's not the same creative outlet or whatever,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it comes to a point where it's just like, okay, this is enough. Personally, if it got down to the point where I had to ask people to like pay for lunch or my rent or internet or whatever like that, like I would have quit so long before that.
Yeah. And this is what like I was trying to get at, right? How are you doing? Big chat message here, but I'll give you the gist. He's saying like he's talking about not having money for his internet, but like less than an hour ago, he's also talking about how he's going to order McDonald's once he has the money and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I'm
I don't know.
imagining like McDonald's is kind of still cheap in America, but it's just like because it's fucking not even
Weird that you
really
call it.
cheap.
It's weird how you pronounce that, by the way.
McDonald's, Macca's,
Yeah, just yeah, Macca's is fine, but McDonald's.
McDonald's,
Yeah,
Mickey
yeah. I've never heard
D's.
McDonald's, but okay.
I don't know how to read. You know that. We figured that out last time. Yeah.
That would
So,
be wait if your like main thing is your streaming, wouldn't the internet be like your number one priority?
you'd think so. Because you could
Because
still
he's not
squat
gonna.
in the house. Like,
Because what is he?
you know?
What is he?
Ugh.
He's got what 300 subs. Like I don't know what that converts to, but like that's. I don't think it's any money to sneeze at.
Yeah.
It was more subs than I ever had when I was streaming
The
by
200
far.
subs. Yeah. That's not bad.
I think he was at. I think he was at 300, wasn't he?
Well, it's fallen off a little bit NT wise, but because he did like a
Partner either.
subathon.
It's crazy he's not partner. He has the stats for it. Does he not? What I'm starting to realize with Batgasm as well,
Yeah.
is he actually? There's a lot of things he actually doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, a
Like,
little bit.
look, when it comes to streaming, as someone who's been streaming for so, like, if when I want to say someone, I mean him. He's been streaming for so long, but he's doing things that like you learn within like the first couple of weeks of streaming. Like,
I know. Like,
he's like everything's manual for him. Like, he updates like his like donations and his subs, everything all manually. It's like you can automate that, man. Like, you don't need to.
yeah. Yeah. Which is
You don't
what
need to
it's
do that.
literally, he's using stream elements or whatever. It's literally built into it to fucking
Yeah.
automate it. So I don't know. You know.
But if you, so you,
Well,
yeah, so you need 75 viewers
for a month.
for a month,
Yeah.
but you have to. They don't tell you this, but you actually have to get it for multiple months.
Oh, okay.
So I got it organically for 1 month,
Yeah.
and I aside because I used to get it a lot because I was very lucky with hosts,
Yeah.
and they would always I'd always apply, and they would be like, nah. you're cheesing it basically. And they said, no, there's too many, like you're getting hosted. That's how you're
Yeah.
getting higher than 75. And I was like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I won, I don't know when it was. It was like maybe it was one of the expansion releases or something.
Yeah.
I organically got it and I applied and they said, great, you did it, but you need to do it more. You need to do it for like, I can't remember what they said, but it was multiple months of 75. I just
Yeah.
thought he would have got that by now.
Well, the 200 plus viewers are only on raid night when he's getting trolled, right? So, and I
That's the
feel
thing,
like,
like, what do you like? He should farm them, and then like he should play into it, get the partnership,
yeah, but he's done
and
so
then
badly
like,
now that it's like he's escalated the whole thing to an insane level that it's like he shouldn't even, he should like log off for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't think he can afford to, can he?
well,
He's
apparently
like
not because
putting
he's,
himself in a corner where he's like he has to stream.
yeah, fuck. Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like he could just fucking go work whatever day job he has, which he only does like one shift a week by the sound of it. You just do that 5 days a week and cover himself. But I don't know. He's, I don't know if I really want to get into this because it's such a, just a, he
Yeah, if it's like
fucking,
super personal, I don't
no,
care. I
it's
don't want
not.
to.
It's him. He was like whinging about how like, you know, if his viewers don't go back up, he's never going to stream again. And, you know, and that like I should take a break. And, you know, if I take even like 2 weeks off SOD, then my viewership's going to plummet. Like he's like talking about this for an hour the other night. It's just like, bro, you
Yeah, okay, I know
can't
what
be
you're talking about.
saying
Where
this
he was
shit
like,
on
yeah,
stream.
he's
It's
like
mental.
keeps mentioning like the view count and stuff.
Yeah.
And like and anyone who has streamed that like had tried to make streaming a thing, whether that you tried for a week straight,
Yeah.
month straight, year straight, whatever, I'm gonna tell you, you have all these intrusive thoughts of like you're always looking at I don't care what anyone says, you're always looking at the view count.
Yeah.
Always. Right?
Yeah.
And then like if it does drop, it does fucking hit you. And like that's when like the intrusive thoughts come in and be like, hey,
Yeah.
you're a dog shit streamer. You're
Yeah.
actually horrible. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. Don't do
Yeah.
this anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And the battle to that is just to fucking ignore it.
Yeah.
Right? But then Batgasm is just like, nah, this is
Fucking
I'm gonna
says
talk.
all of it.
I'm just gonna full send this. And it's just like, that's not the play at all. And it's not like, I would say that to any streamer. I feel like any streamer would say that. Even from a viewer's perspective, do you really want to go into someone's stream and listen to them talk about
Their views
their
going
own
down.
view count? Yeah.
I don't know. I 100% agree with you, man. But see, this is like where I'm still in a privileged position that if like, you know, I go live and I have like 5 viewers for the first hour or whatever, because I usually go live because I want to, or like I want to play Kata or whatever. And if I'm going to play Kata and do dungeons, I'm like, I will stream it as well. You just power through that shit. You don't mention it or say anything. You know what I mean? Also, like, because like time zones, shit, just if people have to, like, if you got a small community and stuff anyway, people have to actually log on. Some Friday nights, everyone's being losers and everyone's home on a Friday night. Other Friday nights, people are actually going out and they're not on their computer. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fucking, it's, you know, unless you got bots or something that are fucking inflating numbers, then like, you know.
When you guys got fucking view botted.
Yeah, Christ. But that was like in such an insane way that it'd be insane for anyone to do that. So,
I know.
You know.
I know. But it was just fun. It's funny.
Yeah, talking about view count is the worst, kids. It's just
so,
like
this.
It's like I've got nothing else to talk about. Nothing else that I could talk about at all other than complaining about my view count going down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a time where a streamer has like looked over, saw a fucking viewer count drop and thought, let's talk about this. And then went, oh, I'm glad I talk about it. I'm glad I fucking spoke about that and brought myself down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pointless. It's just because like, and like you said, everyone's doing it and you are kind of unconsciously doing it at all times and you can't help it because like, you know, you, especially once you get out of like the fucking 5 viewer, like 0 to 1 viewer bracket to 5 viewer bracket, then you might be in like a bit of a actual wave or an algorithm of whatever game you're playing or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then so you're watching like what you're doing to your view count to yada yada, right? And then that's all going on in your head. But that's something like for me, I got like Spicus and some other mods and stuff that you have that conversation at the end of stream and be like, oh, this
Yeah,
part was
yeah,
good. Everyone fucking tuned out during this part. That was shit. I'll try not to do that again. You don't say it mid.
yeah.
It just ends everything, whatever you're doing.
And also,
you know,
if you
like,
do talk about it, you kind of send the message to your audience that it's okay to talk about view count, right? So you're going to get those times where you're like, in your head, you're like, no, I'm not going to talk about view count. And then there's some guy that comes in, notices that there's been you've been tanking,
yeah.
right?
And then it's
just
like,
points
oh,
to it. And it's like, hey, you said you're talking about like,
yeah.
it's like the trolling thing, right? He gets upset if other people bring up trolls, but he just sits there and talks about trolls for fucking 5 hours.
He literally yaps about everything going wrong in his life for an hour at the start of his stream. At least for the last like 3 weeks I've been watching it. Do you know what I mean? So an hour of him rambling about how this sucks, that sucks, the trolls have got him, raids ruined, viewership's down, I don't want to play this game anymore because no one watched it, blah, blah, blah. Goes on for an hour, and then when people like talk about it on stream later, he gets triggered. You know.
Well, the thing is though, like a lot of people like probably just watch Twitch to fucking like escape real world, right?
Yeah.
And they don't, and that's the thing. They don't want to see someone talking about their. To be honest, it sounds fucking bad, but no one wants to fucking hear
Yeah, no one
your
cares.
shit. They've got their own shit going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, he just, I don't know. He's like, he's, I
His
think I
own
said it
worst
to him.
enemy.
Yeah, he's his own worst enemy. He really is. Like,
Oh,
and that doesn't
Christ.
take away from all the bad shit that does happen to him, but he is his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Because because I had a look on you fucking cunts on the Crusader Strike Discord are funny. Naughty boys. He's a naughty boys, but these are funny. I was having a look on there, and they actually give the cheat sheet of how to get rid of them. They
get
even
rid of
say
what?
in them. They say all the time in the chat, hey, if he just ignored us, we'd get over it. Like we would go do something else, right? But he doesn't. He just keeps.
Oh god, yeah. Actually, bro. Actually, because it's all just like an attention thing, right? Like the trolls only do it because they get the reaction, you know, and then it just continues. And Batgasm hasn't stopped giving them a reaction for a month. And it's like somehow continuously got worse. Like, you know, and I don't just mean because like the in-game trolling has just been the raid getting stolen, right? That's what it's been in-game, the trolling.
Well, what happened before? I wasn't watching Batgasm before the trolls. Was he like was he actually getting he was getting views just doing raids though, right?
Yeah. He was doing all right. It was still like 80 to 120 easy every night, I think. Roughly around that. But it built up. Like I saw him something like that, but he'd crash out on viewers.
Loot drama. That was one of the first clips I saw of him.
True.
Oh yeah, he was funny, man. When he was doing the "Do Not Come."
Oh yeah,
and was like doing the dicks in his face. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but see, then when we see that clip, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to show it," which was so funny. We didn't really talk about it that much, but he like deleted the clips that we were going to react to, like live during or at least like 5 minutes before we went live. He must have deleted it because I double checked the clips like half an hour before we went live to get him ready. And he like went through and deleted it. And it's like, this is what we were saying, man. It's like that shit's funny. You know, he's done it on his stream. Like, and then like when we react to it and want to have a laugh about it, then it's not okay anymore. Like,
is it an ego thing for him then?
That's why I reckon that it's just like, wow, come on.
Is he not like being laughed at?
Yeah, but why do it as a joke and then or like in some funny way that's clearly a joke? I don't know. I guess it's if we're laughing at it, not with him or
Your
something. You know what
chat
I mean?
is like this. My chat was the same when I used to stream a lot, my chat was exactly the same. Like, the streamer kinda just becomes the butt of the joke, right?
But that's always like that's how it always is. I feel. You know,
Yeah, and you
unless
just
it's a
roll with the
girl, and then they're like,
punches.
"Hello, baby, I love you, baby." If you're a
Yeah, well,
girl.
that's weird. But, like, you just roll with the
Ugh,
punches, right? It's just
yeah,
it is what it is, but he just, like, it doesn't like, oh, that's actually frustrating because like,
yeah,
he actually has good content with, like, with the crash outs, but
yeah.
another thing I wanted to mention is we didn't really talk about it,
Mhm.
but he the reason why because he said he was gonna threaten to strike your channel.